Hey guys, how's it going? Solo back with another daily update video. Right off the bat, I'm trying out some new microphone settings, so let me know in the comments below if this video sounds better than my usual videos. Let me know your feedback, no pun intended. But we're going to talk about a couple things in this video. So as always, we're going to talk about the overall market today. Then I'm going to get into my AMD trades, and I did make some moves today. Kind of backfired on me, but all is not lost. At the end of the video, I'm going to talk about the option flow data that happened during Power Hour and see if we can predict what's going to happen in the market tomorrow. If you saw my video from yesterday, you saw that I showed you that there was a lot of SPY puts that came out on the option flow during the Power Hour yesterday, and I predicted that we were going to have a red day today. And lo and behold, we did. I mean, take a look at this heat map here. You can see big tech was in the red, not by much, around 1% or so, but it was a red day nonetheless. Even the semiconductor sector was in the red. AMD was down 1.3%, which was good and bad for me, bittersweet. Qualcomm had a pullback like I thought it would, down 1%. Nvidia almost down 1%. The Honey Badger does what the Honey Badger does, right? Up actually 0.6%. But let's get right into it and talk about my plays that I did on AMD today. So longtime viewers know I currently own 200 shares of AMD that I was assigned at $85 a share on some cash secured puts a few weeks ago. And this past Monday, I sold 2 covered calls with an expiration date of not tomorrow, but the following Friday at the $90 strike. And I sold them for $130 in premium each. So my max profit over 2 weeks would have been $260. Well, I had a little bit of extra time today to watch the market, so I thought it would be a good opportunity for me to try out a new strategy. And what I wanted to do was see if I could try and scalp some premiums on and off all throughout the day off my covered calls. So as we can see, pre-market, the overall market was red. AMD was also red. You can see it was down just about 1.5% before the bell even rang. Right when the bell rang, we shot up like a rocket. Within the first 15 minutes, we rallied to a positive 0.4%, which is really nice. And then we sold off really hard. So by 10:30 or 10:45 or so, within an hour basically of the market being open, we had this big roller coaster ride of being up 0.4% to being back down 1.8%. Now, what I did was, once I saw we had this kind of early morning rise, and then we started selling off, I thought that the pattern today was going to be kind of this rise up, sell off, and then kind of just trade flat or even rally a little bit slowly all day long. So right at this point, around 10:20 a.m. actually, I bought my AMD covered calls back. So I bought them back for profit because, as we can see, AMD is not anywhere near $90 and we were in the red today compared to yesterday. So I actually bought them back for $62 per contract. So that means since I sold them for $130 and I bought them back for $62 each, that means I made $68 per contract times 2. So I locked in, this is realized gains now, $136 off my 2 contracts. So then my thought was, great, I'm out of that position. I don't have to worry now about my shares getting called away because currently the only positions I have open are that I own 200 shares of AMD. Well, my hypothesis, like I said, was that we were either going to have a choppy day up and down or more likely just kind of a slow rally up for the rest of the day. And I thought that's great because then if we do rally slowly up and up and up, then that means towards the end of the day, I can sell more covered calls. In fact, I could sell another 90 strike covered call for the same expiration next Friday and collect even more total premium because obviously if the stock rallies, the premium value is going to go up. So I was trying to scalp premium all day long by opening and closing positions and just collecting money along the way. But unfortunately, AMD sold off even more, as we can see. So I left money on the table, obviously. We did rally, but even at this peak here at 1140, even though the price was very similar to where I sold at, because some extra theta decay happened, some of the extra volatility from the morning decreased. So the premiums at this point, even though the share price was relatively the same, the premiums were actually less. So I was going to hold off again, hoping that we would rally towards the end of the day As you can see, it never really happened. We kind of crashed again, then slowly rallied, and even right now in after hours trading, we're still down 0.1%. So my strategy, I would say, sort of backfired on me. However, if we do have a green day in AMD tomorrow, then I think it would be a good strategy because I could again open up some more covered calls for, let's say, the $90 strike for next Friday the 23rd. And in my mind, as long as I can collect more than $62 of premium again, then overall the total between the options that I closed today and the new options max profit that I open is going to be higher than the total max profit of if I had just done nothing and just held my option to max expiration. So I know that was a lot to digest, so let's break it down. So as I showed you, I basically sold both of my contracts for $130 each. This morning, I chose to buy them back for $62. So in theory, I left, quote unquote, $62 on the table because my max profit was $130. Well, in order for me to make more money than I would have originally, if I can sell another covered call for more than $62, then my total profit over these 2 weeks of trading AMD options would be higher than $130. So I hope that makes sense. Right now, that's not true because let's take a look at the option chain. So right now, selling a covered call for the 90 strike for the next Friday, October 23rd, it would net me $54 in premium. So as I said, I need this number to be over $62 because otherwise the difference between 62 and 54, that's money that I left on the table. And that would mean that I would have been better off just not trying to scalp premium and just setting it and forgetting it and just letting my option ride until next Friday. Now, the only way this number will go up is for a couple reasons. One, if the share price goes up, meaning it's less far out of the money, meaning it's closer to the money. As we can see right now, AMD is trading for $83.07. Let's say tomorrow morning we open at $84. Well, then this number will certainly go up because of delta, because it's closer to the money. The other way this number could go up is if volatility goes up. So if some news breaks overnight or pre-market and there's overall more fear in the market or the VIX goes up, well then that can also cause this premium value to go up as well. So we'll have to wait and see what happens overnight in pre-market. But if AMD has a green day tomorrow, I think I'm pretty much guaranteed to be able to sell another covered call at the same strike if I wanted to, or I could choose a lower or higher strike. But I think I should be able to make an overall total higher value of premium over these 2 weeks of trading if AMD has a green day tomorrow. So let's take a look at the TradingView chart to see what the odds are of that happening. So this is the AMD chart right here. And if we take a look, something interesting happened because the other reason why I decided to buy my options back at that point in the day is because, as you can see, AMD was trading right at this area of resistance or support, depending on how you want to look at it today, at $83. So I thought that AMD was going to hit 83 as support, and then I thought it was going to bounce up. But as we can see, it didn't do that. It really didn't have a lot of price action between where it opened and where it closed today. In fact, intraday, it got really close to this moving average, this pink line, which is the 50-day moving average, and pretty much used that as support. So if tomorrow AMD is going to have a green day, then again, it's going to bounce up and off about $83 and some change. However, it may also kind of bounce down and bounce off this trend line here, or this moving average, I should say, which is at roughly $82 and some change. And then hopefully after it bounces off that, then it will go up. So I think I still have some hope alive where if AMD doesn't have a green day tomorrow, maybe come Monday or Tuesday, it'll rally again back up above 83 and some change, ideally into the 84 range. And again, same principle applies. I should be able, hopefully, if not a lot of time passes until that happens, to open up another covered call on AMD to collect more total premium. But right now, I'm very curious to see what AMD is going to do tomorrow because I think it's going to be game changing. If we have a green day, then again, this 83 level of support has held up. If it doesn't, if we have another red day, well then now this is going to act as resistance, and then either these 50-day moving average or the 21-day moving average, which is about $81 and $82, are going to act as support. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. If we do have a red day tomorrow, I will most likely open up a covered call for a lower strike price. So maybe something like 86 or 87 or 88 rather than $90, because then I don't think AMD is going to move, almost $10 in basically one trading week. So we really have to see what happens overnight after hours and what AMD is looking like pre-market, and that's going to determine what I do tomorrow and where, in terms of what strike value, I sell my new covered calls. Okay, so as promised, let's take a look at the option flow data and see what my prediction is for the overall market tomorrow. Alright, so here's the option flow data on SPY. This is the Trade UI program. So the website is www.tradeui.com. And if you use my channel name Solopreneur as the discount code, you will get an extra 5% off what is already the cheapest option flow program on the market. So let's take a look at SPY. So if I scroll down, you can see all of these option flow orders came in during power hour, during the last hour of the market being open. The red boxes here represent put orders, the green boxes represent call orders. So you can see as I scroll down, there's a lot more red on the board. So there was a lot of puts that were being bought at the market close. And you can see these are all Friday expiration options. So the big money, the institutional money, the smart money, they were all buying puts for tomorrow. So my prediction, if I believe this option flow data, and it was correct last night because today we had a red day and we had a similar pattern of put options being bought at the end of the day yesterday, I think tomorrow will be another red day for SPY. So using the same logic, let's take a look at AMD to see what that option order flow data showed. We can see that there's only a few order flows that came in today, and they were for all pretty much monthly options. You can see there were October 23rd and 30th options that were all calls at the $90 strike, $85 strike here. This is actually currently very close to the money, so that might be somebody just hedging. But there is a large put order for $644,000 that is actually a leap. Somebody bought leaps for a year from now, September 17th, 2021, for over $600,000 at a strike price of $65. So again, this could be a long-term hedge on AMD, or somebody might think that AMD is going to have a pretty decent pullback within the next year. But overall, looks like for the short term, the big money is bullish on AMD. So again, I am feeling better about being able to sell another covered call above $62 in premium tomorrow. But I am concerned that the overall market may have another pullback tomorrow going into the weekend. We'll have to wait and see. If that does happen, I'll just hold off until Monday, because typically for the past few months now, Mondays have always been green. So if we have a green Monday, then I might open up my new covered call on Monday instead of tomorrow. So let me know what you think of this option flow data. Let me know if you had any trades opened or if you locked in any profits today. As always, if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Join our Discord server, and as always, happy trading.